Yo, hoop fans! Your sideline sage, Tips and Upstreams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA crystal ball reads. The first prediction for today is for the game between Philadelphia 76ers and New York Knicks. As the Philadelphia 76ers gear up for a critical Game 5 against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden, the pressure is palpable. Trailing 3-1 in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals, Philadelphia is battling not just their opponents, but the brink of elimination, while the Knicks are a single victory from moving forward. The Sixers' offense has been under the microscope this series, managing only 105.5 points per game, with a 44.1% field goal percentage and a three-point success rate of 36.3%. The team heavily depends on Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, who have been delivering impressive performances, scoring 35 and 29 points per game respectively. Yet, the absence of a reliable third scorer is painfully evident, as their bench has struggled to make an impact. On defense, Philadelphia has put up a tougher front, allowing an average of 106.5 points, but has found it challenging to shut down the Knicks' key contributors. New York has been formidable at both ends, matching Philly's output, but with greater efficiency, shooting 43%. Jalen Brunson, in particular, has shown in crucial moments, averaging 33 points this postseason. Injury woes may tip the scales in this contest. The Sixers are missing Robert Covington, and although Embiid is battling a knee issue, he is expected to compete. The Knicks have their own health concerns, with Julius Randle sidelined and both Bojan Bogdanovic and Mitchell Robinson potentially out. Historically, the Knicks have dominated at home, winning 9 consecutive games at Madison Square Garden. However, they found it tough to cover the spread following a win, whereas the Sixers have consistently bounced back after defeats, covering the spread in their last 8 post-loss games. Rebounding could be a decisive factor, with the Knicks outperforming the Sixers by an average of 8 rebounds per game in this series. This advantage could prove critical, especially if Robinson is fit to play. Despite their offensive struggles and the looming shadow of potential elimination, Philadelphia has demonstrated resilience, keeping games tight. With their backs against the wall, expect a fierce showdown from the Sixers, who are poised to cover the 4.5-point spread. At home, the Knicks boast one of the most passionate crowds in the playoffs and have a strong track record against Philly, winning 6 of their last 8 encounters. Despite Embiid's injury concerns, Philadelphia's knack for challenging New York could make this game a nail-biter. Ultimately, with playoff pressure mounting and their season on the line, the Sixers are expected to deliver their most intense performance yet. This matchup is anticipated to be a nail-biter, with Philadelphia likely to cover the 4.5-point spread. The next prediction for today is for the game between Orlando Magic and Cleveland Cavaliers. Tonight's face-off at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse puts the Orlando Magic and Cleveland Cavaliers on equal footing, tied at 2-2 in their first-round playoff series. This critical Game 5 could be a turning point for both teams, with Cleveland currently favored by 4.5 points in a game where the points threshold is pegged at 200.5. The Cavaliers have hit a rough patch lately, managing only 4 wins in their last 10 games, both outright and against the odds. Despite this slump, Cleveland's home record stands strong at 26 wins to 15 losses outright, suggesting a possible resurgence backed by their fans. Conversely, Orlando has shown steadier performance with a balanced 5-5 record in recent games and a slightly better 4-6 record against the odds, underlining their tenacity on foreign courts. Cleveland's scoring has been lackluster, ranking 20th in the league with an average of 112.6 points per game, although their defense remains robust, ranked 7th by conceding only 110.2 points per game. Their field goal efficiency is commendable at 47.9%, but their three-point shooting and rebounding could be problematic, especially against Orlando's superior rebounding in recent games. After a decisive victory at home, Orlando aims to extend their winning streak away. They excel defensively, positioned 3rd in the NBA for the least points allowed at 108.4 per game. Their league-leading rebounding, with opponents averaging a mere 39.9 boards per game, has been key to their success. Offensively, they might not be the sharpest shooters, 110.5 points per game, 47.6 FG%, but their knack for exploiting turnovers and dictating the pace has been pivotal. In this season's direct encounters, including playoff games, both teams have played intensely, with the hosts usually coming out on top. The lower score has prevailed in 3 of the 4 playoff games, reflecting a defensive focus when these teams clash. Given the historical edge of home teams in this matchup, and the Cavaliers' pressing need to bounce back after a setback in Orlando, Cleveland is set to maximize their home court advantage. They must improve their rebounding and maintain effective inside shooting, while hoping for a dip in Orlando's recently high shooting accuracy. Injury updates and missing key players could influence the outcome, but considering the current statistics and trends, the Cavaliers should concentrate on dominating inside and curbing Orlando's opportunities for rebounds. Enhancing their three-point accuracy could also be crucial in stretching Orlando's defense. Anticipate another defensive showdown tonight. Favoring the Cavaliers, they're poised to outperform, likely scoring last in crucial moments. With Donovan Mitchell's standout performance in the first game, Cleveland is a solid bet. Expect Cleveland to seize an early lead, fueled by their home crowd, and sustain it throughout the game. The Magic will put up a strong fight, but Cleveland's urgency and strategic adjustments should not only secure them the victory, but also allow them to surpass the betting odds. The total score is expected to be lower, given the defensive trend in their recent matchups. The last prediction for today is for the game between Indiana Pacers and Milwaukee Bucks. The excitement is palpable as the Indiana Pacers gear up for Game 5 at the Fiserv Forum against the Milwaukee Bucks. With a commanding 3-1 lead in the series, the Pacers are just a win away from progressing to the next playoff stage, showcasing their dynamic offense and tenacity in crunch times. Indiana has been lighting up the scoreboard, boasting the second highest scoring average this postseason at 116.5 points per game. Their prowess from beyond the arc is notable, sinking 14.8 three-pointers per game at a solid 35.5% success rate. With Miles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton at the helm, Indiana isn't just scoring efficiently, they're masterfully dictating the tempo and keeping turnovers to a minimum. The Bucks, meanwhile, are grappling with significant setbacks. The absence of key players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, has left a noticeable gap, particularly on the defensive end. Despite maintaining a respectable field goal percentage of 47.3%, their scoring has faltered, averaging only 112 points per game, which is third in the league. Historically and in this season's matchups, Indiana has had the upper hand over Milwaukee, especially evident in their postseason encounters. The Pacers also continue to outclass the Bucks on the boards, crucial for securing extended possessions and capitalizing on second chances. Playing on Milwaukee's court, Indiana has shown remarkable adaptability. With the Bucks facing roster challenges, the Pacers are poised to capitalize and possibly secure a decisive victory in Game 5. Indiana's robust roster and healthier lineup are likely to be decisive. They've demonstrated an ability to control the game and exploit Milwaukee's defensive vulnerabilities, particularly in the absence of the Bucks' star players. It's plausible that Indiana will not just win but also cover the spread. Given the Pacers' high scoring ability and Milwaukee's weakened defense, the game's total points might surpass 214.5. Despite potential surprises like unexpected losses due to on-court disputes, the Pacers seem ready to leverage the Bucks' current instability and claim victory. This matchup is challenging to forecast, especially with Milwaukee facing elimination. However, considering their performance this season, the healthier, more consistent Indiana Pacers appear set to win and cover the 4-point spread in what could be the series-clinching game.